among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any trick will do. At Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Talk about old classics and new releases, trade secrets on how to store all those little pieces. So grab a drink, sit back and relax. This club is for collectors, just facts. Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. At Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pose them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win.
Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring with every epic.
Flash in the night, join the Figure Fight Club, where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Cybertron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather round, it's a sight to behold, with stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, corrosion. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise. In the arena of action, we're all just toys. With every epic showdown, we'll cheer and we'll shout. In the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transforming all out, let's take a stand.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Figure Fight Club, Decepticast, episode number 24. So tonight we got some news. We got a little bit of topic. Might get a little spicy when talking about something I played with this weekend. But before we do that, let's get to my co-host and welcome in Anna.
Yeah, don't you get spicy about toys without me? Jeez.
Yeah, there's some spice.
I'm all ready to get spicy about toys, always.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to get there early because it's kind of got to do with
in
like
the show-off period.
Pickups and showing off, yeah.
You ever wonder, like, if we didn't channel our anger into toy purchases, where else would we put it, right? Like, we could be like rage cages. We could be mean people. We're nice people because we get mad at our toys.
Yeah, I don't take it out on animate objects, just inanimate.
Just the toys,
objects.
right? Not other people, not the world, not ourselves, just the toys.
But before we share some stuff, let's welcome everybody that's tuning in with us. Let's see. So Zaldron is always first to comment, it feels like. Welcome. Jedi Ben, thanks for hopping in. Initial Goose said he might not make it tonight, so he will be part of the replay squad. Lou, fellow co-host on Figure Fight Club. Also, Stu for lunch. Actually, he's a fellow co-host as well on the Saturday night show. So I think that's all we got for now. And we have Rowdy. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Appreciate it. So, Anna, do you have something you'd like to show off first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I go first. All right. So. We've talked a little teeny tiny bit about Galaxy toys on here, right? Teeny tiny. So, Galaxy Toys has released another figure. Galaxy Toys is the ones that I brought you a reflector from some weeks ago that I really, really loved. It's a really, really nice figure. Galaxy Toys has produced probably about 10 figures over the years, but so slow that they've kind of not really made much of an impact. They're not legend scale, right? They're smaller than legend scale, because here is Magic Square's Beachcomber, one of Magic Square's first figures. And you can see this is much smaller than Magic Square's, but it's a little bit bigger than Dr. Wu's. Right? So here we are, a green Beachcomber. Anybody know what green Beachcomber is? He's G2. But is he really G2 without the shiny chrome green? I don't know. He's a G2 homage still.
Did you mention Dr. Woo?
I didn't mention Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu is smaller.
Yeah.
So, about this figure, I kind of like it, right? Like it's really cheap. Their prices or their figures are really inexpensive. However, when you think about how small they are, individual Dr. Wu figures are like $12 basically when you do the 2-packs. So, spending like 16 or something on this guy isn't that big of a difference. It's a weird toy though, right? Like it is, again, between the sizes, the complexity is a lot higher than you would expect for something this small. It's way more complex than the Dr. Wu, but it does something really cool that I don't see on Beachcombers. I don't really see a Beachcomber that can put his roll cage away entirely. The roll cage is out and he just puts his away in his back, which is pretty cool. His seats are also real. That's funny because apparently my friend thinks his shoulders are bad. I actually think his shoulders are fine. They were a little stiff on first movement, but I actually think they're pretty good. They go where they should and they move tightly, so I do like them just fine. It's pretty cool. But the thing about it is it doesn't feel as good as it probably should. It doesn't feel as nice as the Dr. Wu figure. It doesn't feel as nice as the Magic Square figure. It feels just a little flimsy. It has very small parts on it, so they don't feel super duper strong. If I can just pry open.
What about the plastic quality? Does it feel...
That's like, I think the plastic quality is good. I think they just worked it too thin. I think sometimes some of these companies are trying to make really, really small toys. They make the parts too thin. So like there's this roll cage, right? And that is really thin. It doesn't really feel like, I have some friends who are really like, they put a lot of strength into their transformations, like the things that I consider stock on figures. They're just like, oh, you just go do. And it's like, oh my God, you just applied enough force to like rip a person in half. I have a feeling those friends of mine would break this thing, like just from touching it. Like you don't need to put force on it at all, but it's a little fragile just because of how small the parts are. The other weird thing about this figure is it's Beachcomber. He comes with 2 guns. His 2 guns are supposed to peg together to make a super gun. They did once for me. My friend Catherine said she could never get them to peg together. For me, they did it one time and they'll never peg together again. Not exactly. So the QC is kind of bad. That's what I want to say about this. The QC is kind of bad on this guy. The figure itself is nice looking. He's got a decent little face. I think he pulls off the green and orange decently from G2. He's okay, but not quite as amazing as I thought he might be. I still think he blows away the Dr. Wu one because the Dr. Wu one is kind of terrible, but that's just because they went too simple, right? I think sometimes Dr. Wu falls into the trap of like, we should make this as simple as Hasbro makes their Micromasters. No, because it's not very fun. But I think, something like this might be worth the size upgrade. Just getting the Magic Square, even though this is like a, really old figure for Legends. I don't know, 7-8 years now. So, pretty old. I like it though. I'm going to keep doing Galaxy toys. It's fun.
And the thing you brought up with the quality, I think, what was it, their Optimus Prime? It was one of their first bots out the gate, and there was some complaints of quality issues. And then if you remember, like one of our first episodes, they had to do like not a recall, but they redid some parts for Megatron, and we're sending those replacement parts out. I think it was like a waste or something like that. So
they're on their third version of Optimus, and I think they've got it now to where people like it, and they're on their second version of Megatron, and I think
Yep.
people are okay with it. But, you know, they don't seem to get it right on the first try, always. I think he's right. I think the reflector is great. And I haven't seen the Silver Streak mold yet to see how that is. Silver Streak, Smokescreen, whichever one they made. They just made one of them, strangely enough, and didn't make the rest of them. And I wonder if that's because it came out to lackluster reviews. They also did a Warpath that I'd really like to play with. I just haven't, can't find it on my easy sites I usually use. I'd have to go into a little effort, which, you know, sometimes you do the effort, sometimes you don't. Maybe not for something this small. I just really wonder about collecting a lot of things this small. They're kind of hard to display, but we'll talk about that another day.
And before I show off mine, I want to say hello to Frankie. Thanks for hopping in. And then, yeah. So, I think I've mentioned how I'm kind of a glutton for punishment when it comes to X-Trans bots because I like how they look.
Because you're still buying XTB figures because they hate you.
Well, so like with that misfire, like I don't think anybody's going to do a masterpiece scale misfire, so I kind of had to get that. And it feels like 10 years ago, they started their Defensor and started off with Streetwise, and Streetwise was a very challenging transformation. So now I received the fourth member about a month ago, or last month sometime. I got Blades in. So I did a review of him this weekend, and the transformation wasn't too terribly challenging. The bad thing is, once you transform him, things aren't as stiff as they once were. Like, his arm won't stay up. Some of his ankles are really loose, which kind of affects robot mode, but the whole reason I'm collecting these is not robot mode, it's combined mode. So things won't stay tabbed in. It's a flippin' nightmare. I guess nightmare might be too harsh. It's disappointing. It looks good though. It looks really pretty. Like, he's got a really good head sculpt. I mean, the kibble on his arms are kind of meh, but just after transforming him one time and how loose things are, and I think part of it is like, so where his arm is loose, you have plastic on die cast. I don't understand why you do that. I like when companies do die casts when they're smart about it, but X-Transbots is not smart about their die cast. They put die cast on plastic on like hinges where they don't need to be, or things that move, and as what happens is that metal rubs on that plastic, and then it loosens the screw or the pin, and now you have a floppy mess. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it looks good. So I'm not the type of person that plays with my toys all the time. It's usually I set it, pose it, put it on the shelf. So, I mean, if that's what you're going for, that's kind of like what you should get with X-Transbots. MMC, I think probably I might start working on getting those as robot mode versions. I mean, like I said, there's 4 of the 5. So the only thing we have left is Hotspot. And it's what's crazy is like, so I have X-Transbots First Combiner Minosaur, and other than it was the trailer that turned into Minosaur was really complicated, I don't remember. I never had any issues with looseness like this. It's like, and the way that people have been reviewing their Devastator, their Constructicons, like there's a lot of really good reviews on that. So I can't remember who I was talking to. It might have been last night in the book club. Pav might have mentioned it. Maybe it was different designers that are working on the Constructicons as opposed to the Defensor, because I mean they started this like 3 or 4 years ago. So I didn't get too frustrated during the review, but it's like an hour long. I tried to trim as much as I could, but it was an hour. That was showing off the figure, transforming to robot mode, transforming to arm mode, and then like a final thoughts. So I mean, it took time.
That's intense. So, XTD actually used to be relatively cheap, right? Their figures used to be kind of inexpensive. They're really not anymore. So seeing a figure at the price point that's at, with the way you were showing those arms falling, just like almost made my heart sink a little, right? Like it's kind of sad because it's like that's a pretty expensive figure. And when it just, you're not going to be able to pose it fun, because I pose my figures, right? Like I really like to put them in fun poses on the shelf. I like to change them. I like to mess with them. So to see its arm just going,
Limp.
is
Yeah.
just a bummer.
Yep.
It's a nice looking figure. I think MMC's looks better, but it is a nice looking figure.
Yep.
It's a bummer.
You have anything else?
No, that's actually it, which is a really good thing considering our final segment of the night is going to be pretty intense. So,
let's before we hit the slideshow, let's hit some of these couple of these chats. So Frankie was saying he got his bra. So Frankie is working on the Magic Square Bruticus, and bra is one of his characters. So he's starting off with that, but he said he might go into the whole team, and you should do it. I mean, I'm an enabler. And it's a really good team. Like that's what's crazy. After handling that Magic Square for the last week, from doing the combined mode to handling Blast Off, it's like night and day compared to this X Transbots figure. That's how you do it right. And their price point on some of those figures, even though Blast Off came with thighs and combined pieces, was probably right around the same price, if not cheaper than this Blades. But
some of us have loved Magic Square from the beginning, Caleb. Some of us have been shilling for it from the very beginning. He's not their first figure, but he's close.
Yeah. And Legends is at my scale, but
get over it.
You almost I know a lot of people I've heard that collect Masterpiece have said if they had started with Legends, they would have stuck with Legends.
Legends can look really good on a shelf if you do it right.
Yep. Hello, host. I had recently scored some mini-cons from the Armada OG era and the Star Saber and the Dark Saber and some random ones from LCS, $2 each. And I scored at Walmart on these 2 packs. Well,
congrats for you.
Funny you bring that up because there will be some Walmart that gets highlighted on that. But we did kind of bring up those 2 packs last week. But
it was a great deal.
And then Stu had a question. Oh yeah, Frankie, the individual bots really are. If you're talking about the Magic Square stuff, they are. And the funny thing is, there's no diecast in those Magic Square MP bots, and you don't miss it. They don't. You don't need it. They
never need a diecast secretly. And
then Stu had a question for us. If we and a Adam and Tara, we would wait. Greetings, Anna and Talib. If we and a Adam and Tara, we would have ourselves.
If we had an Adam and Tara, we would have an AT-AT. Get it?
Oh, got it.
Anna, Talib, Adam and Tara.
Oh, very good, Stu. Very good.
One typo can just totally blow your mind. I see it all the time on my students' papers.
All right, so let's get into tonight's slideshow. So this week's episode is called Black Friday Trap. So kind of a little of a tease on what we'll see at the end of at the end.
It's currently Cyber Monday, so we're just getting out of Black Friday zone, right? And we're into the Christmas chaos month where people will be throwing random deals at you that you don't want. We'll get there.
All right, so first off, we're like we do every week, we're going to start off with official toy news, and official toy news is brought to you by Collecticon. So check this out.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So, like every week, Decepticast is brought to you. Well, the official toy news is brought to you by Collecticon Toys, and if you enter FFC 10 on your order, you'll get 10% off. And then one other thing I wanted to let everybody know: last night, 1 a.m. Eastern, Collecticon started a stream on his Whatnot. Started a 24-hour stream. He's still going. I don't know if he's going strong, but if anybody could, give him a follow, and once we're done here, or some people multi-stream, head on over to Collecticon Toys' Whatnot and support them. I put the link in the chat, so head on over there, give him a follow. Try to keep him
2.5 hours left. He's
Yep.
doing a variety of loose figures and sealed figures tonight, and it has just been really random stuff. So it's been fun to watch for history, if nothing else.
I think it's his
In
first
my opinion.
24-hour stream. Normally, he's really animated and hyped up, so kind of curious to listen to him a little bit after we end the show here to see how motivated he sounds.
He's got some energy still. He's got some energy. He's gonna crash so hard after this. I think he might be
So,
snowed in though.
Anna, before we start, Frankie wants to ask you a question, but he hasn't asked the question yet. He's asking you to ask. He's asking us to ask a question.
You can always ask questions. I don't have to answer.
So fire away, Frankie.
Only
First
tell my
up,
students. I do not tell them that.
First up, is Funko still around? Clearly they are, because they are doing a limited edition of this hot rod that was already been released once. Now it just has a limited edition sticker on it. This is what I was told by our resident hot rod collector, Zaldron, because he already has this pop, but not this one with the sticker on it.
Poor variant collectors, right? When they get freaking stickers and it's like, I have to buy the one with the special sticker on it. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, was this the one that didn't make it to the landfill and like, let's just throw some stickers on it and say it's limited? But next up, so we have a little bit of entertainment news. Now, if anyone this weekend or on Thanksgiving, Stranger Things dropped. And if you
It's
look
true.
at the background, there's something on the wall that I forget his name, Joe Kearney's character is touching. And if you guys remember, we got a reveal of a Stranger Things crossover that came with a rubber chicken weapon. And it was probably in this scene was maybe like 5 or 10 minutes long. It was the intro to the first episode. And as all that rubber chicken is hanging in the background, and it gave them enough reason to make a weapon or accessory for this figure.
This was the coolest accessories ever made, too. Like, I need that for my collection. I don't care about Stranger Things. I just need that chicken.
Yeah, so
And the 8-track, honestly. The 8-track's really cool, too.
yep. I'm still not probably going to buy this thing at full price. This is definitely one of those. You spend $50, we'll give you 25% off or whatever. One of those Target deals.
I'm going to wait for you to tell me when there's a good deal on it, then I'm going to get it.
And while we're on the topic of Hasbro, there was some listing leaks that showed up this last week. First is one of the next capsules that'll be at Walmart. And there is Energon Optimus Prime, Dark Energon Megatron, Energon Cybertronic, and Energon Cybertread.
Now, first off, many people initially thought, Transformers Energon instead of Energon Universe. Pretty sure it's Energon Universe, right? Pretty sure it's going to be some Energon Universe stuff. The second thing is, so many people think we're going to get a figure of the Cybertronic Spree, the band,
Yeah,
right now. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's a code name.
right. Yeah. I mean, but a lot of people are thinking we're going to get that combined version of Optimus from Energon Prime. So that's
Yeah,
part of the
probably.
speculation. And then the other thing, now that was by TFW member Noon. I haven't heard a lot from Noon. So I would say probably take these with a grain of salt. But I mean, these are actually listings that look like were pulled from Walmart. So they might be legit. But the ones that I know for a fact are probably legit are these Hot Wheel ones that were brought to us by JT Prime 17. He is pretty much always on the money when it comes to leak listings. And it looks like we're getting a repainted twin mill, which may or may not be an exclusive, and then 2 other Hot Wheel collabs. And Anna, do you have one of these or both of these?
No, I actually went ahead and skipped them. And I don't know, I kind of regret it because they do seem pretty cool. Like, not that I won't be able to get them later if I want them, but the question's too big.
Yeah, so I saw some of these at Walmart this weekend, and I was like, oh, those are some nice looking deluxe packages, Hot Wheel crossovers, till I saw the price of $35.99, and I was like, no. You know, this is what happens when Abby like messes with his contrast on his camera and grows a little bit thicker beard. That's where the confusion is.
Turns into 2 people that look nothing like them.
Yep. Next up, we have more Hasbro news. So if you guys remember, I think they teased this or mentioned this at NY, or no, maybe it was MCM London, that Hasbro would be at a convention in Brazil. And this is the info for that convention. They're going to be at CCXP 2025 in Brazil. So on Thursday, I can't read it. It's too small for me. So on Thursday, the 12th, so that's what, next Thursday, is when Hasbro will be there. Hasbro, Iron Studios, and McFarlane Toys. We don't really care about them. But the name that we kind of should know about is Nate Purswell. He's the Transformer marketing guy. And I think it was Evan that said that Bruticus will be shown at this convention. So look forward to seeing images of those on the 12th, or yeah, the 12th is when the panel is. So we've seen Onslaught in robot mode and vehicle mode, but we have yet to see combined mode. So this would be pretty exciting.
I'm excited for it still. Like, less excited the more I see of it, the more I'm like, it's not going to be as good as I wanted it to be, but nothing from Hasbro ever is as good as I wanted it to be. That's the whole game.
Yeah,
Keeps me in case you wanted something more in the future.
It's like slowly, especially when those prices keep going up like they are, that we've talked about before. Speaking of combined teams, so we finally got some good images of this Hasbro Asia Taobao exclusive Superion box set with the like G1 inspired like packaging, and then toy deco stickers. So as you can kind of see, it's you get all your individual robots packed in this box, and then you can open them, and then you can organize them to look like the G1 packaging, and then if you want, you can put the stickers on to make them look more toy deco. And then here's what the fun insert kind of looks like. I know a lot of people want this that are like in-box collectors that want to display this and are probably not going to get the opportunity, because I think this was like limited to 500 pieces, or maybe less than that. It's probably not the coolest of the 3. I would probably say that Devastator Luggage was the best.
Oh, sure. That was so cool. I would still like to have one of those.
Yeah.
I'd carry it to conferences. My students would ask questions. It would be great.
Have you looked to see if anybody's selling that on the secondary market, just out of curiosity?
There's a part of me that kind of doesn't want to know, because what if it was a number that I'm okay with, but is too high? You know, like, oh, I find it for $50. That's not going to happen. It's going to be
No.
like, oh, $250. Maybe I should get it. You know, shouldn't be spending that much on luggage that may not even be that good. That's the other thing, right? Like, would you use it? Would you want to see it getting beat up over the years?
No. If anything, it would
Nope.
be like luggage that I would travel around the house, like my toys when I'm playing with them, but not like outside of the house, most likely.
Or maybe you just take it when you travel for conference or conventions that you drive to.
Yeah.
Like, just if it's a driving one, that way you can wheel it through the hotel with the other
Just show it
before
off.
convention goers and be like, look at me,
Yep.
I got my Devastator.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a flex for sure.
Sure would be.
Let's see. Next up, so last week we saw teaser images of upcoming product releases from Takara. The one we didn't know a whole lot about was the Studio Series Devastation Bumblebee, and well, we kind of seen the Missing Link. We've seen this Delta Magnus at conventions, but here's kind of some official render images and then release date. And I think these go up for pre-order on the 4th, so it'll be on the 3rd for us. So good luck for anybody that's a fan of the Missing Link.
If you're interested, go get them. Don't go get it if you don't want them.
Right. We know Anna's all in. See, next up, Aldley Transformers are showing off their Wave 4, and we're going into 86 movie territory. So this wave consists of Galvatron, Stepper, Hot Rod, Bombshells in a 3-pack with Brawn and Rat Bats. We are getting Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, Scourge, and then the chase variants from this wave is the reformatted Megatron and the Toy Deco Galvatron.
That's funny that they're doing a Stepper, because I don't know. Do we have the other Stepper in the slides, or did he not make it into the slides?
I don't know if there's another Stepper.
Oh, there is. There is. Yellow Park snuck one out for Black Friday as a BotCon exclusive.
Oh.
Black Friday Yellow Park AMK Mini Stepper.
Now
looks a lot like that one. Gonna be lower quality. Don't buy Yellow Park if you can get all day.
Well, now Aldley is putting the Target Master. Is Yellow Park putting the Target Master?
I don't think so. I think it's just a straight repaint of Jazz. Like, I'm not impressed with their AMK minis, right? Like, I have the first 2 waves and like they're okay, but they're what would have been cool years ago. These are what is good right now. These are good in the world where blockies exist. Yellow Park was good in the pre-blockies world. Their AMK minis. Their bigger stuff is all great, but their little stuff would have been good back pre.
So do you think those Insecticons are the right size? They just feel small, especially in that Brawn as well. Just looking at them.
I think they're too small. They go great on a Legends display.
Okay.
Like the Cliff Jumper and I have a Cliff Jumper and the other Insecticon, and they look really good with my Legends, even though all the full-size guys would be too big with the Legends collection. Just kind of tells you they're kind of the wrong size.
And then here's just another picture of the group, and then here is this is all of the figures that Aldley has come out with so far. Thought this was kind of a cool photo just to kind of see where we're at right now.
They're moving quick too. You know, I always talk about how fast Blockies has moved, but Aldley's moved really fast too.
Yeah, and there's more, like, there's less common parts with this as well, so compared to Blockies. And then here's kind of individual promo images of each, and then you can kind of see the 3-pack with Bombshell and Brawn and Ratbat. And then speaking of Blockies, they're shining, what is this, version 4, Wave 4. So here's kind of the promo images of who we're getting for this wave? And are you gonna feel bad because you're gonna have to buy 3 of the reflector molds so you can have 1 for each version?
I think a lot of people would feel bad about that. It's gonna be similar. At least middle guy is his own chest. Probably
Right.
the only part that's different is Viewfinder's chest, but
Yeah, and you can kind of see the slot where that tabs in on the ones in the background. So
oh yeah, you can. So yeah, that's it. It's just one piece. Jeez.
thanks for hopping in, KJ. And then here's some more. And then also we're dipping into more IDW stuff as well with, the Tarn and Optimus and Megatron, and then Shattered Glass Starscream. And moving on to more blockies. Here is some in-hand images of the Locky Wheels Optimus Prime with trailer and roller and repair drone. So are you in on this, Anna, or do you not care? Would you just rather get the wave, or you just maybe dip in and try to get a couple of them?
I think I just want to get the wave just to see what it's like and see if I enjoy this idea. I've always kind of said that it would be kind of cool to have like high-end non-transforming Transformers plus just a vehicle. Like that would be kind of a cool way to collect Transformers. Let's give you a chance to try that. So maybe give this a shot, except it's not the same it's not the same versions of the characters that they released anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm probably not gonna get this though. We'll see how it comes out.
Now it's like, I haven't seen any info on how to acquire this Optimus Prime, but I don't think it's going to be too difficult. I don't think it's going to be like we was with the Devastator.
Good.
Next up, so there was a little convention last week. It was Anime's Pro Festival 2025 in Hong Kong. And we had a couple third-party official Transformers companies showing off some stuff. First one is, well, you just mentioned this from Yellow Park, the AMK Mini stuff.
What are they doing? Why are they ready to movie, guys? Everything's been G1 so far.
Yeah.
Like, what's with this mixing of the types of figures?
Well, the other thing is, like, what are these ones that are on this little platform? They almost look like Cyberverse or Cyberworld stuff.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what that B is supposed to be exactly. I know the Optimus is just an Orion and an Optimus.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, something that Yellow Park does with its AMK, at least that they did with Wave 2, is they did a Build-A-Figure by putting one limb of Clear Hound in each figure. So something on this table is probably a Build-A-Figure, since there's either 6 or 7 or 7. So I'm imagining that Ironhide and Ratchet are normal figures. I'm imagining the movie guys are normal figures. So probably one of those two Optimi is a Build-A-Figure.
Okay.
Probably the Orion, if I were to
Know,
guess.
and the other thing with that 2007 Megatron and Optimus, like the colors look off. So I don't know if these like are pre-production, so these aren't final colors, but they don't look good at all.
Yeah, because that's Dark of the Moon Megatron.
Yeah, I
he's
believe
green and he's got the wheels.
Yeah.
He's too green.
Yep.
He's very green. Yeah.
Let's see. Next up at 3-0 had a booth there. I couldn't find the greatest of pictures because it looks like they were just, whoever was taking these photos was locked down heavy.
I remember when his gun was a face. That was a silly day.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that's how they displayed him. But some of these other figures we've already seen. These are the comic book like redecos of Optimus, Cliff Jumper, and then kind of like the G1 Dirge and Red Alert. I think this is the first update we've seen of the lockdown in a while. So,
I think so.
if Frankie's still here, I know he's excited for Baber stuff, so he's probably excited for this lockdown. So that's all we have for official news. So now moving on to third party. And some company that just seems to be consistently trying to steal your money if you buy Hasbro, DNA Toys, are adding another upgrade kit for the Devastator. And I don't know if this is what you would call like the end all be all, but this seems to be helping out a few things, like adding a little bit of height, giving him some upgraded on shoulders, a Prowl head sculpt.
After Dreamstar's reveal of them doing a freaking Prowl to put into their combiner, I don't even care about other people's attempts at Prowlistator anymore. It's just like, you're not actually putting Prowl in there, so I don't care.
Yeah. So
I don't actually think this looks better except for the height.
Yeah. And then let's see this next slide. I think so. There's all the parts, and then you get a shield. And then if you look at this, you kind of can see, like in the blues and the reds or the magentas, which sets come with what parts. So it's kind of like a little bit of a map to kind of see. So yeah, like it looks like the butt flap kind of gets cleaned up. You get a beefier blaster, new shoulders, some extensions around the knees. But if you think about it, between all these upgrade kits, I think this one's like $55. I don't remember how much the other two were, but I think they were close in price. So you're probably looking at like $500 from the figures to these upgrade kits to make it look like this. And it doesn't, like you just mentioned, it's not that appealing. And now you're at third-party territory when it comes to a combiner.
Plus, just when they do things like the shield, right? Like, I don't remember a Devastator. The drills, I know, are a thing. I don't remember a shield, though.
Yeah, I don't remember a shield either.
I'm not recalling a time the Devastator had a shield. So they're not homaging anything that's going to make people excited. So what's the point?
Yep. Let's see. I think, I probably should have saved these for the end, but I think this is probably one of the most exciting things this week when it came to toy reveals. This is the MMC. It's not Ocular Max, but I can't remember what they call this line, but this is their Deadlock.
Oh, Infinite Infinity, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Part of Infinite Infinity for some reason. I don't think it needed to be part of Infinite Infinity because I thought Infinite Infinity was kind of like crazy stuff because they did their Eris's in it, but then they did the two drifts.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is so cool because that figure is so cool, and I'm really hoping that Santa Claus brings me that MC Drift, the original version, the pure white, only the pure white Santa Claus.
Oh, you mean because
stripes.
You're not a fan of chase variants?
I'm not a fan of making a cool homage and then not having it look as cool.
It's like we were kind of talking about this last night. It's like I can deal with chase variants if I'm paying $25 to $30 on something, but I think this dropped and this is like $150. So
yeah,
what if you don't want the black variant? That's the 1 in 12, and you want the purple, and then you get this black variant.
I still don't like the surprise price increase that MMC pulled with this mold, because they did it with the Drift, right? Like it was originally going to cost about as much as most of their deluxe size figures do, which is like in the 110 to 120 range at most. And then it comes out and they're like, oh, we had trouble getting out, so it's 150. And it's like, ooh, that's just more than we're used to. And it looks great. And like it's a figure that I really need for my collection because it's just really cool. But it also looks great.
So before we move on to the next little mini segment, I was wanting to get to Frankie's questions. So
I know. I wasn't sure when to get back to it. But now I sound like a bad person the way I said that about the white car. Everybody knows what I meant. Okay, so I actually can answer this one really easily because kind of happened today. So I had a big Beast Wars collection back in the day. I wasn't really into Beast Wars, but I just gotten into collecting, right? I was a teenager when Beast Wars was finishing. So it was when I just kind of had enough money to buy some of my own toys. I had a lot of it, and I ended up selling almost all of it over the years because I was like, Beast Wars isn't my thing, and I don't collect that anymore. I like car things and car robots and all that. So, Tripredicus and Magnaboss both left my possession, and I had regretted it for the entire time since then. It was like 5 minutes before I was sad that I didn't have those two figures anymore, especially Tripredicus. So, yeah, Collecticon's little show today. Those are kind of coming back to my possession. But
Well, that's good you found something.
I ain't sad at all because I finally get to play with them again. Those are just really unique things, right? Like Tripredicus, Magnaboss. I don't know if they're ever going to get remade. They're the 3-part combiners from Beast Wars. They're both weird. Sad thing is, I didn't realize that Magnaboss had heavy GPS, heavy gold plastic syndrome. So apparently my other friend told me that I probably shouldn't ever combine Magnaboss and just leave them as separate parts, which is very sad. But at least I can play with Tripredicus till the cows come home because I think that they're sturdy.
Yeah, it's a shame because Magnaboss needs an upgrade or an update.
It really does. They can just re-release the middler. They can just re-release the middle figure, the bird.
It'd be kind of cool if the company that did that reissue of that Black Zarek, if they did just
just random things. Oh, if they just took a specialty of making GPS figures, right? Like, I don't care if it's a KO. I also love KOs, but make me GPS figures all day so I can have them back, right? Like, he also sold a Torka on there earlier today, and I was just like, I would love to have a new Torka, but it would need to not have GPS anymore.
Right.
For Beast Wars.
And then there was one other question. John Battle was asking if any of us have messed with 52 Toys Beast Box stuff. I have not. I've heard good things about them.
I don't have anything in reach. I do have a few of them. They are super high quality, right? They are super high quality. I have the B. It's really cool. I really like it. I would like to get the Gazelle and Cheetah. I always thought they looked really cool too. Race cars that convert.
One thing that I found interesting, I think it was at that Wonder Festival, they showed that pigeon gun Beast Box. Like, I'm kind of curious what that'll look like in final form.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I have one of the 2-part ones. I have the green kind of construction vehicle ones that don't at all go with the certain traditional Transformers. And it's really cool how modular they made those 2-part ones because you can combine it any number of ways to make any number of weird robot vehicle hybrid creatures. It's really cool. Or you can make 2 boxes. The thing that surprises me about Beast Boxes, they're actually really complex. Like, getting it from animal to box is usually quite a bit of work. Like, compared to like a Hasbro figure, they are deeply in the third-party complexity to make boxes.
Yeah, and I recently saw they did a transforming Xenomorph, and they're working on an actual action figure Xenomorph. So they're kind of branching out to everything. So, and then Frankie said, "Great answer."
They do hit differently as adult. They're neat.
Yep.
I love those weird combiners. I almost bought a landfill too. I was really close. I know that's RID 2001/Car Robots, but I almost got that because it's just such a weird, unique combiner. Held back.
Welcome, Minhoza. Thank you for joining us this evening. Next up is
I'm sure you've thought about me naked, huh?
Am I that transparent?
I ran clear across Alabama. I'm
looking at you through the glass.
And Lieutenant Kendrick was clear on what you wanted?
Crystal. Loud and clear, Easy Rhino.
Simple. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
I can see right through you.
Jesus.
You can't handle the truth.
Translucent. I think one of my favorite segments. So
This is the last part where I have to hear your voice.
I love the sound of my voice. So next up, New Age and their repaints of everything. Technically, there's no paint on this.
This
So
has to be
this
the
is
most
their-
complex clear figure I've ever seen in my life, right?
Yeah.
Because it is new age. They're already complex. It's small at this level of complexity because it's a Legends figure, and it's freaking 6-shot. So 6-shot has about 8 billion moving parts. This is the wild looking creature.
And what's the biggest fear with clear plastic? It's lack of
That it's
durability.
super strong and
Yeah.
it'll never break, just like my new Magna Boss.
And then here is some images of the robot.
It's a little drink.
Oh yeah. I think the next slide has that accessory.
Like, comes with it nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know if one of the other ones came with it.
I'm actually not sure either.
Maybe smoke-colored 6-shot likes to sit back on some Energon X in the evening when he needs to relax.
Sure. It is just so crazy how complex that thing is to be made of clear plastic. Hope it
Yeah.
doesn't break for anybody who gets it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I haven't heard any reviews on how complex transforming this is. I think people are slowly getting the regular version in hand. So, but
I also
don't-
had Santa Claus for this.
okay.
Not this.
Which
but
one?
the Great
Which
Shot
version? The Great Shot.
Never got to have a Great Shot figure. He's so goofy looking.
Well, so that's all for third-party news. So let's kind of get into tonight's main topic, and it's kind of a continuation of Anna's cautionary tales of sales series. Since this last week was Black Friday, and today it's still Cyber Monday. This is kind of there's a lot of stuff that we could be wasting our money on right now. Deals.
That's where we're gonna go for the rest of December on this too, because the sales always keep going. There are a few notorious late sell companies. I bet Toy Store keeps going all December. Entertainment Earth usually keeps going all December, and they usually do their craziest sell in January.
Yep.
Crazy. It's always Super 7. It's always Super 7 Ultimates.
Well, it's funny. Last week I had that slide with all the Amazon deals that said Black Friday on them, and I just kept that slide because the majority of those did change, but instead of Black Friday, they say Cyber Monday deal on them.
And they might even say Extended Tuesday, Super Special Tuesday tomorrow. No, they'll probably end tonight. Most of the time they actually end on Monday. So, first part, right? So, we always talk about how I make mistakes when it comes to sales. So we're here.
Okay.
So there's two parts to this, right? One, remember how I had talked before about how I had said I would never buy certain figures, then they go on sale and I go ahead and get them, even though they're cool. So I had said I would never get the Star Convoy and the Star Convoy. And now I had said I would never bother spending the extra money on the special super box version of God Bomber, because
That one.
he was an extra $100 compared to the regular God Bomber. Why? Who would do that? Well, if you put it on sale, where it's only an extra $30 instead, or $20 or whatever. Well, looks like I know somebody who would do it because I did it. And here's the thing: like, I'm probably not going to regret it, right? I get the I got the Jinrai to go with it. I'm ready to go. I'm excited for this figure. I've wanted it since it came out and just kind of talked myself into spending the money. This allowed me to have the catalyst for it to go ahead and get it. But I wasn't going to get the special one, and I went ahead and did it. In so doing, I found out that the last time they had a big sale, I had bought an animated Motormaster. I didn't even know I had bought one. It just, I looked at my stack and it was like, you have an animated Motormaster.
So it was
Like,
in their pile of loot?
Crap. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Apparently I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get that guy one day. And like, okay, a blue version of Cliff Jumpers for me to modify into Glyph again. Like, that totally makes sense. That sounds on brand. But what in the world is this Motormaster doing here?
You know, there was something that I don't think we talked about, but so this God Bomber, does it have issues clipping onto that? Didn't they change something and they re-released the Jinrai, the Super Jinrai? Is it because
they
of
did re-release the Super
compatibility with
Jinrai, and as far as I know, the Jinrai was actually changed for incompatibility with itself.
Okay.
So my Jinrai is in fact a KO. So like I might actually have to replace it. I don't know if mine will actually, some of the KOs properly combine with God Bomber and some don't. So I actually still need to test mine and see if I have to get an original. I'm okay getting original because my KO is kind of crappy. But like this, the center part here where the cab pegs in, like it pegs in terribly. And that's not the KO's fault. It's just the mold, right? Like it just does not fit in there correctly. Now, the bad thing about the KO is in so trying to get it to combine, my KO snapped into pieces, whereas the original won't snap into pieces. You're just going to scratch it up trying to get it together. So I think that's what they fix is all this, like, you know, his head doesn't quite push down all the way. And I think it does now, and it fits in better. And I think the little Jinrai actually fits better in the chest. So I think they improved him just a little bit. I don't know if that affects the God Bomber at all. I doubt that it does. The God Bomber I have heard universal praise for as far as it being good, as long as you don't think God Bomber is stupid looking, which a lot of people think God Bomber is stupid looking. That's why I love him.
So this God Bomber, how much is that $279.99 a TF source price as opposed to like a retail price?
It's not. That is, they actually marked it up by $100 for the special box. And so basically what they did is there is a prototype only version of God Bomber that is actually the one in the image there where his chest and head look like that. It doesn't match the show, it doesn't match the release toys, and it doesn't match the actual MPG release of God Bomber. So this version comes with the parts for you to swap it out and make the one that was available in that. It was like a catalog preview that it came out in, and people got to see it and it just never really came out. So you can actually swap the parts around. So he does come with a little extra plastic, but he also comes with an absolutely enormous box that holds both the God Bomber box and the Jinrai box, which I don't have the Jinrai box since I have a KO. But, you know, whatever. I didn't get it for the stupid box. I got it because it's cool to have the option parts. It comes with extra weapons and stuff too. Like, it'll just be more fun. I figure God Bomber is one of my favorite Transformers designs. So, it basically turns into a chest on wheels and isn't even sentient. So, it's pretty fun.
So, if the price is right on that newer version of Super Jinrai, will you be looking for it, or are you just gonna?
So, is it actually coming out as a newer version, or is it just you might get it?
From what I understood, it had the head fix.
Right. I thought that that was just slipped into the stream of Jinrai's coming out without it being a different release.
Yeah. Now, so this kind of goes
look into it.
This kind of goes with, like, you know, Paul's topic when we had him on. Like, will this be, you know, what's going to be different with this one compared to the other one?
Yeah, no, it's so hard to keep up with all those variants, right? Because like that one, if I'm right about how it's being released, it's not even going to be a package variant, right? It's just going to be like if you bought one that was produced past this date, the figure inside is actually different.
That's what I was going to do, was look on Show Z to see if there was any verbiage on the listing.
What I'm still thinking about doing is there's a company, one of those 3D printing groups that they just sell it's just the Genrai cab part, but it's just a truck. It doesn't transform. It just turns into it just basically folds into a little cube, so you can put it in here, but it fits perfectly instead of fitting poorly. So it actually makes the whole thing better, and then you also get to keep your separate Genrai if you want a normal Genrai to hang out when you also have your Super Genrai or God Genrai. So I don't know. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. I just have to make sure that's compatible with the KO because that's what I have.
I'm not seeing anything about a fix on their website, so I'll have to do some more digging and maybe see if
You do sleuthing for me and you tell me.
Right.
Because I don't think you don't plan on ever getting this Genrai, do you?
So I'm at a mix because I like how it looks. I just don't like the size. Like, I think it looks really good against Athena and Cap and Ace Hitter from Fans Hobby, but not everything else. Like,
No, it's a wee bit small.
I think it looks a lot. It's too small against Clouder and probably that Metal Hawk that Fans Hobby did.
Yeah, it's too small compared to the Fans Hobby stuff. It's too small compared to the Headmaster Juniors, actually. You just don't mind it because the Headmaster Juniors are actually very small compared to Genrai, right? They're little characters. So this one in my hand here would actually scale reasonably well with mainline figures, right? With mainline deluxes. Like if you got the the Decepticon Headmaster Juniors, he scales reasonably well with them, and the one Minerva we got and all that. So, anywho.
Well, and then the other thing so there is another option for Super God Genrai. It's KFC Toys
from a chicken company. Yep.
But I've heard that thing is so top heavy because of die cast, it can't hold its own weight at the knee and hip joints.
You have to be honest, I really think the best option for having a super / God Genrai is honestly the old Fans Hobby. Like, I think that is the best figure as far as it works right, it's stable, but it just doesn't really look like him.
In a way to lean into a segue.
Oh, look at this. It's the Fans Hobby sale. Now, I warned y'all last time about Fans Hobby sale. I didn't actually go in and play with the shipping this year. I almost got to it, but I didn't think I fell asleep because I think this was literally Black Friday morning. I was like, I gotta look at the sales, and then I fell asleep. But great sales, terrible shipping. It's not their fault, right? I think they shipped directly from China for this.
Yeah. And it's not like Show Z or TF Source where they've figured out how to get around some of these tariff / shipping costs.
No,
they're almost like a legit site.
I would tell you though, Fans Hobby is good toys, right? Like if you're interested in any of this and you think their stuff looks cool, if you are, seeing this and thinking this looks cool, you don't mind it being not 100% accurate, go for it. I think the Genrai and God Bomber are probably the most off of anything they've produced. Like, I think the Overlord is definitely close enough. The Headmaster Juniors are close enough. I think Buster and Hydra are pretty much almost exact in how they should look, and so is Clouder. And yeah, I use the Japanese names always for these characters because they have fiction, whereas the American versions didn't get a whole lot of fiction.
Right. And I will have to say, I have never had any issues with Fans Hobby. Durable materials, really good, like some of the transformations could be complex if you're not used to masterpiece scale stuff, but they're strong. You don't feel like you're going to break them. Decent enough, like the Headmaster Juniors have decent enough articulation. Some of it's a little bit limited because they're smaller. But I'm really tempted in the Metal Hawk and Clouder because I don't have either of those. And
see what the shipping runs you.
Yeah. And
those
I think
great
Shozi
prices.
sold out of both of these as well. So
those are huge figures. They're really good.
And the only
it might have already ended though, because I don't know my time zones very well.
Pacific Standard
PDT's
Time
behind us, right?
Yeah. So you still got time.
You still got time. You still got time. Please.
Yeah.
Because I've been a fans hobby kid for a while, so.
But it's Christmas time. I can't think about me right now.
Oh, you're so sweet and positive. See, I'm just being stupid and spending all the money.
Now here's a couple other Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales that hit the other. Actually, some of them hit around 1 a.m. this morning or midnight this morning. The BBTS did, and BBTS is really limited on some of the Transformers. The only good one that I kind of thought was the Titan class reissue of Fortress Maximus is actually to the Titan's Return price from 2016 when this came out the first time.
It's funny because I was just telling our mutual friend Catherine the other day that like there's part of me that just kind of thinks like, what if I just get a whole bunch of Fort Maxes and use them for display my Dr. Wu figures?
Yeah.
Right? So here's a chance. I'm not going to pay that much to get a bunch of bases to put together. I could probably buy some cool sets instead.
Yeah. Any interest in this Braun toy deck for $15?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Do we have a slide at the Walmarts?
I didn't find really anything from Walmart. Now, to be fair,
did you go look for him?
No, I didn't really look for him though.
So
either.
Walmart, in case everyone has forgotten, Walmart did 2-packs, 2 deluxes for $15. Transformers for Black Friday. They put it live on their website one random day. You know, I think it was like Tuesday or something. They put it live at midnight on their website. And, you know, those things sold super fast. Now, some people got the wrong figures and all sorts of fun stuff happened with that. But, you know, these were 2 deluxes, some of them very recent deluxes, some of them deluxes from 2 years ago for $15. And deluxes are almost $30 a piece now. So the deal was very attractive to people. So they went live Black Friday. I went out Black Friday to 2 Walmarts. Turns out they didn't stock them in my region. So there wasn't even a corpse of a display for me to find. So I missed them. I missed the sell. I can't give you that cautionary tale of sell because I was going to buy several figures that I had never intended to buy. Kind of for the best, I suppose.
So I have a little Walmart story, and thanks for hopping in, Zakanan. You missed your segment.
Bumblebeeing into stream.
Yep. Your segment was a little bit ago, so you have to go back and watch the replay. So I did go to a Walmart, and they didn't have that display, but they did have like an end cap, middle aisle cap or whatever, where they had some of those figures, those 2-packs, and there might have been a dozen of them. It was none of the good ones. It was a lot of this the movie stuff, the live action stuff. So I didn't pick any of those up. My kid was with me at the same time. Well, both of my kids were with me. And I did find something. So we'll skip this real quick. These are some of my pictures. Now, there are some Transformer stuff in here. But Walmart took away that fancy Hasbro display and took everything off of it and cut everything half price. So I did find the Triple T 2-pack or whatever, the Triple T crossover for like $40. So I picked that up for my kid. And then you can kind of see in the one image, they did put that that Run-Amok for $14, and right next to it is the Naruto set that was half off. So
the Naruto set.
check your Walmarts. They are getting rid of that display, I think, to make room for the Black Friday stuff.
Mine never had them. So I live in Minnesota, right? So that means that we have very big, very plentiful Targets and not so nice Walmarts.
But kind of go back a slide. So Amazon also is doing a Cyber Monday. Now these are all the Black Friday images, but most of all these are still at the same price. But we're in the red where it says Black Friday. It says Cyber Monday deal.
Some of these are great deals. Some of them are just light markdowns.
Yep.
There's some good figures in there, right?
I think your better deals are the exclusives that were through Amazon.
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, but I don't know if I brought this up, but I know I've said it once before. But I think that stuff, those 2-pack deluxes that we've been finding at Walmart, it almost feels like they're trying to avoid going to Ross and Ollie's and just trying to liquidate them themselves. Because it's almost like they were holding them because they were like the last 3 years worth of toys.
It does kind of feel like that, yeah. And they were definitely, it included some of the figures that they said were going to be the evergreen type figures. So like Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, they said they were going to keep on the shelves. Devastation Optimus, they said they were going to keep on the shelves. And those ended up in the 2-packs.
Yeah, and it's funny that Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, it's like, you remember how they touted that it was going to be in its own standalone case?
Yep.
And for the longest time, those sat.
They've been in clearance, like, all over the place. Like every store just clearances those darn things.
Yep.
It's a bummer. It's not a great toy, though. Like, they've really messed up a lot of Bumblebees lately. I'm really curious how that Devastation-ish Bumblebee that's coming out is going to be. Like, I think it's a different mold.
Is it?
I think it is, but I haven't really studied it long enough to say that for sure. Like, this is like 30% confidence.
It would be weird that they've moved on from that 86 mold already,
It's not very good, though.
Right.
Like, I think sometimes they're aware of that. I think sometimes they do look at the cells and the feedback and say, oh, that wasn't our best work.
When Zoldron's saying it's not, it's just the 86B, so.
You think so? All right. I haven't seen enough pictures to make that judgment.
Yeah, I haven't seen any either. And to round off our sales, the greatest site for communication for our Transformer toys, Hasbro Pulse. And of all the stuff, I think they had 6 or 7 pages of Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and I think Transformers was the majority of it.
I think so.
I mean,
so.
Some of them are sold out, like the Studio Series 86 Scrapper. Like, if you didn't have that, that was one to get. Same thing with that Prima Prime, because wasn't that the one we saw that nice cape from DNA?
Yup.
And I wonder if that helped sell that one out.
Costa Primavera.
But I'm surprised they only took 25% off the Studio Series Galvatron, because that mold is not that great. And it's been done how many times? It was done in Kingdom, Legacy, and then they have another purple version for Studio Series 86.
And it's gone lower than that on other sites. It's gone down in the 30s.
Nope. And then here is...
So the big one is on this page, Magmatron for 68.
Yep.
That was a good one. If anyone was missing Magmatron, I hope they got it, because that's
another good
really
one.
Good.
Is that Knight Rider crossover. That's a really fun toy.
I hear. I just never watched the episode of Knight Rider in my life, so I couldn't bring myself to buy it.
Right. Well, and then that Tarn. Remember how expensive that Tarn was when it was first released? it actually sold out as well.
The new Tarn. That's cool.
Yeah.
New. It's not even new anymore since from Legacy, but
Right. And then here's the last bit of stuff. It seems like everybody's trying to get rid of this TMNT crossover. And
yeah,
then
party ball. That's so funny because I think it's good, but I know you don't like it.
I think it's fun, but I don't. Yeah, I didn't like the articulation.
Fair.
And then probably the big one on this page is that 2-pack of Shatterglass, Optimus, and Ratchet. For the longest time, that thing was probably around between $150 and $200, and then they did that reissue, and then it hit clearance.
Yeah, I sold both of them for like $60 each. So
Yeah.
back in the day, now I get the 2-pack back. Don't want it, but that's okay. But yeah, there's some good stuff on here, right? Like the concept art Sunstreaker, the Bumblebee one. Like I think it's one of the best Sunstreaker figures we've ever gotten. If you could do a head swap and give him a head you like better, unless you like that head. One of the best figures of the last 20 years is that Sideburn, right? That wonderful mold that doesn't look like any of the characters that it was used for, being Shadow Striker and Speedbreaker / Sideburn, and looking like neither of them. The toy's terrible. Don't ever buy it. But and there's Motormaster for way more than I paid for it.
I was going to say maybe the Vector Prime is one worth going after too, just because he was in Legacy, which was the predecessor to Age of the Primes, and we started getting the Prime. So if you was late, but I think that one got like a package refresh, so there might be an abundance of that. It might not be too difficult to get, but I think that one even got a really cool looking DNA upgrade kit.
Which one, the Vector? Yeah, it did.
The Vector, yeah.
I think it got another cape, honestly, but I can't remember for certain.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I think like his wings that kind of like make the cape on his back. I think there was like an upgrade portion of that. I don't think it was like as cool as a cape as the one that's come with Prima. So yeah,
you're going back and forth in pronunciation for Prima. It's a terrible name. Prima Prime, some silly attack.
Yeah.
Prima would probably be better.
Sounds cooler.
It does. Yeah, so there's a lot of cells out there. We didn't cover nearly all of them, right? So like most of them are ending. Most of them are ending for now. Like TF Source had more stuff they put up today. TF Source put all of the freaking Colorverse Seekers. You know how Big Toys is doing all the Colorverse? They put all of them up that they had. Like I know some of them sold out. So like Ice Scream isn't up there, and neither is Blood Clot. That name just makes you laugh. But then other ones are up there for a decent discount, like a little teeny one. If you're a Colorverse collector, you already have them because you're one of like 4 people and you're very strange.
Yeah, I didn't hit everywhere. So that was the thing. Like, kind of was on a crunch to find everything, because Cyber Monday hit, and yeah, there could have been more we could have thrown up, but I'm sure, like you had mentioned earlier, there will be more sales.
I mean, our sponsor Collecticon did a big sale too, right? It was just one day only, so it was a 29% off everything. So it was one of the nice universal sales. Those are always nice when you find them.
Yeah. HTC, I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon didn't lower the price. If BBTS is doing it now, it'll happen on Amazon.
Yeah, if it doesn't sell, it'll go down more. And I think a lot of people already have it. And I think a lot of people are kind of burned out on those two. That one in Metroplex. Like, we really want new ones, honestly. Yeah. I think everybody kind of wants new ones.
Yeah. What was it? I saw somebody posted today that Best Buy had the Cybertron Metroplex for $100, but then by the time I clicked the link, it was back up to like $130 or $140. Uh-oh, Anna left me. Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah, I just disappeared for a second. I always forget if I tab over to anything else.
Oh yeah, because you're on your...
Yep, because I'm on my device.
But yeah, that's pretty much that's all the sales. That's the slideshow. So Anna, other than the God Bomber, is there anything you have your eyes on or hope to you might see a sale on before Christmas?
I don't know. I don't think so specifically. I don't think there's anything else I'm super looking for. There are things that I want, but they're not likely to go on sale, right? Like I still want that Crafting Toys combiner, but it's not going to go on sale anywhere. The thing's just going to sell out and fade into obscurity. Like I want that Drift, but nobody's going to put that on sale because it sells out everywhere. So I don't see the things I'm really after going on sale. And I think from the lack of enthusiasm I had for driving, I would have had to drive about an hour to get to the closest store that had those Walmart 2-packs. So, and I didn't do it, right? So that kind of shows my enthusiasm for random mainline as well. Not so high.
Yep.
No one's going to put MP Rat Trap on Black Friday sale either because he's new. And that's the only other thing I'm really looking for.
I'm still waiting for GameStop to charge me for that. I have yet to get charged for that. So yeah, I mean I'm kind of like in the same situation. There are a couple things that I want, but I'm not going to get it on sale.
No.
I know the Sovereign, the Sovereign 2.0 from Fans Toys, Galvatron. I want that. I'm waiting to see if Show Z gets more in stock because it's sold out right now, but they haven't received their stock yet. And typically, once they do, then it'll go back in stock. If not, I'll just probably have to get it from somewhere else. But I prefer to get it from Show Z. But yeah, is there? I guess that's all we got. Is there anything you'd like to shout out before we leave?
No, not really. I've decided to wear earrings to help people know my handle online. Right, go see I got Ghost. Incorrect time to wear them since it's December, except if it's your screen name.
I was going to say there probably is one thing, before we sign off. Don't forget, after you guys leave here, head to Collecticon Toys' Whatnot. He's
currently selling things I want, so you should go and buy them out from under me
before you get a chance. But he's wrapping up his 24-hour stream. He started at 1 a.m. Eastern. So
excellent deals on loose figures and a history lesson.
Anna's not promoting it, but go ahead to her Instagram page and give her a follow. She might
maybe over the holidays I'll post a picture. Just one.
I mean, we got to see images of that God Bomber mixed with that KO Super God Gen.
I know, but I'll end up putting up 100 pictures of something tiny like this, right? I'll be like, yo, let's do
that's a good start.
So give us your spiel. Oh,
my spiel? Hold on. So you can find me down below. Can I point at it right there? Talib1980_collects. We're on the road to 1,400. We just hit 1,300-ish last week. Now I'm at like 1,331. I kind of had like a loose goal to hit 1,500 before the end of the year to see if that'll happen, but I was looking. It'll be really tight. So if we get there, we get there. But I appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel and watches my stuff. And speaking of watching my stuff, at 1 a.m., the episode of News and Review for the week of the December 1st will be premiering at 1 a.m. Go check that out. It's just a pre-record, but it is like a live premiere or whatever. So check that out. And then also tomorrow at 1:30 p.m., the review for this piece of shit goes up. I am not super frustrated when transforming this thing, but it was a strong word calling it a piece of shit, but it's frustrating. That goes up at 1:30 p.m. Eastern for Transformers Tuesday. And then Friday I'll have an action figure review. I don't know what I'm reviewing. I still got a stack of stuff. But then you can also check me out on all my social medias, It's all at Talib1980_collects. You can check out TikTok, X, Instagram. I have my own Facebook page. I'm at 75 followers on Facebook. I need 25 more, and I can start live streaming on Facebook. So I'll do multicast. And then Saturday nights, it's probably, I think we're going to stick to the 11:30. Join me, Abby, Lou, Stu, Creative Primitive, Smudge Customs. We've been doing kind of like just a bullshit session on Saturday nights. We've been kind of staying on topic. It's kind of been talking about movies. And last week we were talking about movie soundtracks and scores. So check that out. And then I don't know what we're doing this week. We've got to talk about it. And then also, lastly, but not leastly, you're watching us here on Figure Fight Club. Monday nights, we start the week off right with me and Anna at 10:15 p.m. for Decepticast, the exclusive Transformers and maybe GoBots discussion. And sometimes we'll get into Beast Box and non-transforming Transformers. And then we might run off on a tangent. There was some Marvel Legends and some other Hasbro toys from the pictures, but mostly it's all Transformers. And then Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern is open mic night. That's where we throw the StreamYard link in the chat, and anybody and everybody can hop on and talk toys, talk whatever we're talking about. Only rule is just don't be a jerk. We don't want any jerks on there. And we've actually had a lot of good luck and not really had any issues, and I probably shouldn't have said that because I just jinxed it. But you never know. Tune in. And then the big show Friday. Abby and Figure Fight Club is trying to get to 2,000 followers. I think he's less than 100 away. And the giveaway party starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. There is up to 35 to 36 prizes that'll be given away. But only if we hit that 2,000 mark. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And Abby, is there a video to show off, or should I just shut up now? I'm not seeing anything, so I'm trying to look and see if there's a media asset for it. I thought there was, but I might be wrong. Oh, wait, hold on.
You played something at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, you did. So you already played it.
At the start, yeah. Advertised at the beginning.
Well, I rambled on for probably, it feels like an hour just talking about what I do, but
You did. We were at 27 minutes before.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
Yep.
Well, that's all we got this evening. I appreciate everybody for showing up. You know what? Let's give a shout out to Zakanan for moderating late tonight, but he was throwing links in. And then I want to thank everybody else for showing up. Stu for lunch, HGC, Minhoza, Zaldron, Toyama Displays, John Battle, Frankie, Ayo Frankie, Dio. Oh man, I'm gonna ruin that name. Dio Ramsbinator. Yeah, I screwed that up big time. 78 points articulation. KJ Smith was in the chat. 78 thought I was Abby, but Abby with a little bit lighter complexion. And I think that's pretty much everybody. If I forgot, I apologize. But thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Thanks,
and
everyone.
peace.
Bye.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.